Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today we're going to talk about laser engraving as a form of a side hustle or small business that you can use at home. In my opinion, laser engraving is one of the best new ways to make money on the side at home. There's different engraver types such as UV lasers, diode lasers, CO2 lasers, fiber lasers, and so much more. But to start a small business at your house, I recommend either a CO2 laser or a diode laser. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So the first thing that you'll want to do after you find the engraver type that you want is to find your niche. A niche is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. So that means you need to figure out what kind of products you're wanting to sell. Are you wanting to make engravings for weddings? Something to sell at a local farmer's market that's produce or flower related? Or maybe you're wanting to help out local businesses within your community by engraving products with their logos on it. There's so many different niches that you can use and hone into to help sell your products. I've sold many different products and engraved items to my friends and families for their upcoming weddings, as well as selling some other items online that are customized specifically for that couple's wedding. This is a great market to tap into, but there's so many others. If you like sports, there's a sports market. If you like healthcare, there's a healthcare market. It doesn't really matter. The opportunities are endless. You just got to figure out what works best for you. You've also got to find the laser engraver that works best for your type of engraving. So here's a couple different options that I recommend. I had this loklik engrave. This is a new engraver that's great for beginners. You can see at the $500 price, this is a great starter laser because it's not going to break the bank, and it's small enough where you can move it around easily, but it's powerful enough to do those great projects, and you're not limited in what your engraver can do. If you happen to want the loklik engrave, I have a link for it down in the description below, and I'll show a little bit more about it here in a minute. Xtool is another great brand of engravers. As you can see, there's many different ones to choose from, and you can choose based off of what your needs are. They are a little bit more expensive, but they are also very powerful engravers that are very highly rated and used by many engravers across the world. So let's say you like to do craft shows and want to take an engraver where you're at and do it on the spot. This Xtool F1 may be an engraver for you. And there's many other brands out there such as Glowforge, which makes high-end performance lasers as well as some smaller craft lasers that you could use at your house. They have a large cutting area as well as great speed and power, so you can cut pretty much anything you can set your mind to. Some other laser brands that come to mind are the Epilogue laser, the Snap Maker, and the We Create laser. These are just a few different companies that you can find a laser engraver at. So far, the only two that I have are an Xtool D1 Pro, which they have recently discontinued, which I hate, but I've also got a loklik engrave that's very similar to the Xtool D series, so I really like it. And it has this nice integrated app that you can use on your phone as well to ensure that your engraving looks great and you can pretty much engrave anywhere. You don't have to have your PC with you or be on Wi-Fi to engrave. You can just easily do it from your cell phone. Now comes the most fun part of the engraving. It's just practicing a little bit before you start selling your items. What I did here is I just came on Amazon and looked up practice engraving materials. As you can see, there's a ton of different ones you can choose from. And I've got some listed down in the description below that I use personally to just practice a little bit before I tried to sell to the public. You want to make sure that the stuff that you sell starting off is of the highest quality, because you don't want to start off with a bad name and then just go downhill from there. If you start off with a good strong name, telling the community that you can do about anything that they ask, then you know that you're going to last a long time in the laser engraving community. So just scroll down to the description below and find some different test materials. That'll be great for anybody to practice on. There's metal, wood, leather, and so much more to make sure that you can cater to just about anybody's needs. So now you've found your niche, you've got the engraver that you want to use, and you've got enough practice material, and you've spent some time practicing to make the items that you want to make and sell. Now it's time to try to figure out what's the best platform that you can sell your creations on. So here's just a few ones that comes to mind. First off is an Etsy or a Shopify page. This is a way that many different creators and craft vendors add their products to the web. You can create an Etsy or a Shopify account, post them, and then there's a bunch of different people that scroll through the app to try to find some neat crafted goods. Another way is to create your own website. There are a lot of other website creators such as Wix, Weebly, Google Sites, Canva, and so much more that you can create your own website, and then you're not worried about the fees that Shopify or Etsy charges. However, you do have to pay a price for the website domain, and you've got a lot more work involved to market this website so people can find it, go to your website, and order the product. One of my favorite places is Facebook Marketplace, because there's a bunch of different people that you know what they want in your community that you can sell to. You can cater it to the county, town, city, area that you live in, so then you can meet up with them and you're not worried about shipping charges either. Then there's also eBay that has millions of consumers on every week just looking for some cool crafts and products for them to have. And lastly, there's different door-to-door opportunities, like going to small businesses and just trying to see if there's any need for your services to help grow their business. Then you could also go to craft and vendor shows or farmers markets or any little thing like that, just to be out in the community and promote your product and sell your products. There's so many different ways out there that you can promote these products to then get it in front of a large audience and make a little bit of money. So just find what works best for you and continually do that and get better at it each day. And now let me give you a little tour of my laser engraver setup and what all I have. This is, again, just a side hobby for me as well. So I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I just have what I need to engrave the items that I know will sell and that I know that I can enjoy creating and make a little bit of money on the side. So here we go. So here's my loklik eye engrave. As you can see, it's a pretty simple laser with just the module head and the arms that move side to side. I've also got a board underneath it just so I don't engrave through my piece of material and onto the table. You can see the size of it compared to my hand. It's not a very big engraver, but it definitely does the job. Next up, I've got my Xtool D1 Pro 10 watt engraver with the rotary attachment tool and the air assist. This is a 24 by 24 inch engraver, and it also does a great job. It's a great beginner laser, but like I said before, they don't make this laser anymore, so it's not one that you can buy on the market. Here's some of the tools and safety features that were included in the loklik eye engrave. This is pretty standard for many engravers. They want to give you the glasses so you don't hurt your eyes, as well as all the other tools necessary. And lastly, here are the test materials that I've been using recently just to have a little bit of fun and to test things out, so I'm ensuring that I had the best engraving possible. So some things you may not notice is that I'm stationed here in a garage, and I had the garage door open so that it can fumigate and air out good. I'm also on a good sturdy solid table, and I have a well-lit area wearing closed-toed shoes and my goggles as needed. So that's my laser engraving setup. I hope you found some benefit from this video on why laser engraving is a great side hustle for anyone that has the area and the means to do it. It just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of practice, and you can make some great custom items for anyone. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channels to see some other great content on laser engraving. So I hope you continue your great laser engraving journey and have a great one. Thanks for watching.